Yeah. Cold shit. I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room and pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man. I get a wordy in this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't crippin' on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options. Used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with them? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. At the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snakes, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, trying to curse the imposter. Shit get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Shit that hate, make it to the featherweights. Niggas claim they hard, but they sweeter than a dedication. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a stepper and a rover. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cult leader, need the blue stripes, no brick baby. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gun shy. Fuck that little bitch, she a hook. Nigga swear he the goat, bring him to the bush, The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in their feelings, I don't feel them. Kid the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with him. At the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? From one West, go to war with everybody.
Yeah. I'm from Philly, you get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one West, these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Never. Ski mask transform to war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died.
Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim he riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die. Skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus P, fuck a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't no level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. At the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody.
High gives us the power in the name of Yahweh Shai. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Habakasham, Nathanael, Haka, Narapah, Ka, Makala, Waka, Madawa, Haka, Nataha, Hamatazariah, Haka, Nahakwaya, Hamaska, Haka, Rakawa, Hatama Allah, Hakarashan, Bahasham Yahushua, the one English translation for the power. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power, the power to heal, all manner of sickness, and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushua, thank you. So be it. Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Barak Lanawa, Yasha Allah, Mahabaya, Saparia, Barak, Yanya.
Yahweh, Aisha, Yathan, Namawat, Ragalka, Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, Yanawam, Yayashad, Shawama, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamas, Yakarka, Ayarah, Alayallah, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal, Rai, Yashamar, Napashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza Afka, Wabawa'aka, Ma'aita, Wa'ai,
Psalms 121, English translation. I will lift up my eyes unto the hill.
I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help cometh from the Lord,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Yasha'ala
he that keepeth Yasha'ala
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade.
The Lord is thy shade
Upon thy right hand.
upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee
The Lord shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Shalom Israel, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah, Yahweh Shamar Alatah Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. This is the ISUBK Brotherhood class by Priest and Officer 500 Nahar Ya'ala. You know what I'm saying? Out of ISUBK Syracuse. You know what I'm saying? The Most High God done blessed us in these last days with this truth. You know what I'm saying? We are the ISUBK under the leadership of Commandant General Yohana. We've been spreading this truth since 1969. That so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God's chosen people, the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And we are the ISUBK, a.k.a. the home of the truth. You know what I'm saying? If anybody's familiar with this big movement in the United States of America, in Africa, in Europe, in the UK, in South America, in the Caribbeans, and Trinidad and Tobago, and Montreal, men and women and children are waking up to the fact that they are the biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of. Like, we are the descendants of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And what makes us the home of the truth is because in this school is where it was established. You know what I'm saying? In this school right here in 1969, 7 men, the 7 heads, created, through the power of the Most High God, created a safe haven for all men who wanted to truly learn the scriptures and change their life, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't no game. Like, this ain't no game. We're not playing. We really want to change. You know what I'm saying? Because we know the end is coming. And we want to get right with the Most High God when that time comes. Because knowing who the Israelites are today, the whole Bible reads different now. You know what I'm saying? The whole Bible, when it says, and Jacob begot Judah, and begot Joseph, and begot Naphtali, and begot Zebulun, you know what I'm saying? We got all of these men. Now it hits you different, knowing that this is your history. You know what I'm saying? We just got out of Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? And nobody except the ISUBK was teaching true Black history, that we are the descendants of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? So that alone is powerful. You know what I'm saying? And it's so spiritual because, you know what I'm saying? Like, this truth is out there. You have to search it. Sometimes it'll come to you. You have to accept it. Sometimes we reject it. You know what I'm saying? And this truth came to me, and at first, it seemed strange to me. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, sis. Yahweh Shema, Thaba Shem Yahweh Shah. Or Salakia. That's the brother. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatah, Salakia. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seemed strange to me at first that I done heard about the Bible, and I had the Bible, and did prison time. I done read the Bible from front to back. You know what I'm saying? Like, now a man is telling me that I am a descendant of the people of the Bible. Now, I didn't even know that the Bible was written to a specific people. You know what I'm saying? So what our school does is give you the truth on who these people are today and a path to get back to who we are and what we're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So, man, are we always Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shai for this truth, for Commander General Yahana, who is the head of this school, you know what I'm saying, who's the leader of the Israelites, you know what I'm saying, who is the man in charge, the man with the plan, the man who decided to make sure that this truth was kept. You know what I'm saying? Because just like anything in the world, this truth was attacked. You know what I'm saying? And to this very day, it's being attacked. You know what I'm saying? And this is why we are trained to war against the spiritual forces. You know what I'm saying? That's against the coming of Yahweh Shai. Because Satan know he only have a little bit left to rule the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And the men who work for Satan know they only have a short time left. So what they're going to try to do is prolong how long they have. And the more and more they keep us asleep, keep us in sin. Shalom, Ak. You know what I'm saying? The more they keep us in sin, keep us in wickedness, keep us blind, keep us in the darkness, that's the more that they can be able to rule this earth. Because the third world war is coming, and the second coming of our King Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, is fin to happen, and it's going to be the most immaculate or miraculous event that ever happened on the face of the planet Earth ever. It's going to be written about in the history books for ages to come. You know what I'm saying? The second coming of the Black Messiah. You know what I'm saying? A black man who the world ignorantly called Christ, Jesus Christ, and ignorantly painted his image to the image of the man that's been oppressing and destroying the earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is going to be miraculous, and it will be an invasion. You know what I'm saying? When Yahweh Shai returns, it will be an invasion. It's not going to be no lollipop sucker stuff. You ain't going to see a man in the cloud touching the finger of another man. No. You're going to see destruction coming from ships, spaceships. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see a fleet of spaceships, you know what I'm saying, in war, like, you know what I'm saying, formation. And they're going to destroy this place that we know as America. You know what I'm saying? So to have the heads up is nothing but a blessing from the Most High God. God. Throw out to you. You know what I'm saying? To have this warning is nothing but a blessing from the Most High God, because the Most High God always warns his priests and prophets. Like the scripture said, for we know that the God will do nothing, but he reveal his secrets unto his prophets. You know what I'm saying? So you think they telling you in the Christian church that World War III is here? You think they telling you in the church that Trump is going to lead America into the Third World War? You think they telling you that Putin and China, Putin, the leader of the Russians, and China's leader, Xi Jinping or whatever his name is, are planning to attack America? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to tell you these things because they don't want their kingdom to end either. Because the Christian church was given the power that it has by the United States government. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it would have no power. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, we'll look at the things that they're doing and say, yo, that's not, God don't accept that. But the beast give the church its power. And now, which leads to the topic, we think we can sin. We think we can break God's law. You know what I'm saying? So I got a question. Yes, all churches. And this is a thing that I had a conversation with one of my brothers in the world. And he was trying to say, like, yo, you just got to find the church that the Lord dealing. The Lord ain't dealing with no churches. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is not dealing with no churches. You know what I'm saying? The spirit of the Most High God, Yahweh, you know what I'm saying, is not dealing with any churches. You know what I'm saying? The wisdom that's crying out from the Most High God is going to be on the street corners. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see men just like I am. You're going to see men screaming with the Bible out. You know what I'm saying? That is where the Lord's Spirit dwells. The Lord said he dwells in the midst of the camp. You know what I'm saying? He don't dwell in a building made with hands. Anybody that know any scriptures, you know that the Most High God says he dwell not in the temple made with hands. You know what I'm saying? Fresh out the pen, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, welcome home, man. Welcome home, brother. And stay home, you know what I'm saying? Stay home, man. And get into this truth, man. Find out who you are. Ask yourself, why am I going to jail? Why am I committing crimes? Why am I being wrongfully convicted? Why am I not getting a fair trial? It's because you, brother, are the lost sheep of the 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? You come from the royal priesthood. You know what I'm saying? The men in the Bible that we read about, this is your family. And the world hates you for that. You know what I'm saying? The Holy Spirit not dwelling in the Israelites that know them to the cross. Moses ain't it. So we're going to prove it today. You know what I'm saying? Because that's another doctrine that comes out of the church. Yeah, you can get it. That's another doctrine that comes out of the church. Oh, the Most High God not dealing with the Israelites no more. Now he loves all people. That is a lie. That is a lie from the pits of hell. The Most High God is coming back for the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. So let me ask you something. You know what I'm saying? What race of people are the 144,000? You know what I'm saying? What race of people are the 144,000? He said, God, he said, Jesus only gave 2 commandments: love one another and keep your temple holy. That's not what the scriptures say. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say love one another and love God with all thy soul and all thy mind and all thy heart. So let me ask you something. Does Jesus allow you to be a LGBTQ? Since Jesus only gave us 2 commandments, to love one another and keep our temple holy, Slavian, can you be an LGBTQ member? Now, anybody else on TikTok, y'all got any questions? You can pop them in the chat. Anybody online, you can pop any questions in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We dealing with, can we break the law of Moses? Okay, all right. Well, you're correct. He said, if you ask me as a Jewish man, no, you can't. Right. And if you ask me as an Israelite, a bloodline descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, no, we can't. I want Mama, the dude who named Mama on the thing, I want him to answer. Since Jesus only gave 2 commandments, love one another and love God with all your soul and all your heart and all your mind, can you be an LGBTQ member? So K2 asks, oh, you're Semitic. Yes. 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 I'm Semitic. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not familiar, K2, the man on the earth that calls himself a Jewish man today are not the bloodline descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know what I'm saying? The people, the lost 12 tribes of the children of Israel went into slavery on slave ships, as was prophesied in the Bible. And they will forget and lose their identity. And they will become Gentiles. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't have their records for all these years. So the truth is, that you can think that, but archaeologists and historians disagree. The archaeologists and the historians are the ones who came up with the lie. You got to understand that the lie against Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that we are just that is what fuels the world we know it today. Because you can't rule the earth if the people know that you are not the real Jews. You know what I'm saying? The queen over there in London and in Europe and the royal bloodline could not be the royal bloodline if they weren't pretending to be descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. He said, but most historians think Moses didn't exist. No, majority of historians know that Moses exists. What they argue about is this. Who are these people today? Now, we telling you that we are the children of Israel. So you're going to say, prove it. Now, no one made you prove that y'all was the children of Israel because everybody just believed it. I'm going to just tell you like this. There was no white man in slavery in Egypt 400 years ago. I mean, for 400 years. Not once. You can't bring up no historical proof. You know what I'm saying? There was no white people in slavery in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? They have the archaeology. It was black people enslaved. There were dark-skinned people. There were no people that they mistake Paul for an Egyptian. They called the prophets nigger. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with all this proof that comes out later on who the true children of Israel are, then now we have to discover the lies. Right, I agree with you. He said, yeah. So yeah, they were dark, but not every dark skin is Semitic at all. And I agree with you because most dark skinned people are Hamitic. Let me give you the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. This is Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. You know what I'm saying? Listen to this, K2, because you might not know. And the scriptures say that when the truth come out, you're going to admit that your ancestors inherited lies. There is no way white people are the children of God. There is no way. And if you're honest with yourself, with all the evil that white people then spread throughout the earth, there is no way these people are the children of God. So this is Ham in the Zondervan Bible Compact Dictionary. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. You know what I'm saying? Listen, pay attention real quick, K2. It says he became the progenitor of the dark races, but not the Negroes. You know what I'm saying? So Ham, I agree with you. All dark-skinned people are not Semitic. You know what I'm saying? Most dark-skinned people are Hamitic. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, there's only really one group of people that really don't have no color, and that's your people, my friend. You know what I'm saying? That's your people. And if you want to know about them, who your people truly are, I can tell you that as well. But the topic of today's class is, can we break the law of Moses? Because we know you Jewish people break the law of Moses. Y'all break the law of Moses. Y'all don't keep it. Y'all keep the Talmud, where it says that you can nibble on baby penises and circumcise them. Y'all don't keep the laws of Moses. Y'all keep the Talmud. And I don't even think y'all really keeping that. Go ahead.
What's so heavy about what you're saying is that when we come in here and for us to, when we go up against those that stole our identity, like we met the dude that was in the gym that time.
Mm-hmm.
And he tried to say, he was Jewish, and you know what I'm saying, he had to go try to find who his identity is.
Right.
But they saying they for Kahan, but they don't know, and like you said, they don't know nothing about, they break all the laws of Moses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They know nothing about the Levites. They know nothing about
they don't know nothing about nothing.
Nothing.
Y'all just know about that man-made religion called Judaism.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something, K2. What tribe are you from? You know what I'm saying? No, it's not all about skin color. I just read in this. Somebody said it's all about skin color with them. I just read in the dictionary that the dark-skinned races come from Ham. So it's not about skin color. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you something, K2. What tribe do you come from? Let me give them a couple minutes to answer. Out of all the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, which tribe do you come from? I can't say anti-Semitic talking points because I am Semitic. I can't speak against myself. You know what I'm saying? Damn.
You know what?
Boom.
You serious?
I said the A word.
A word.
Mm-hmm. Anti-Semitic.
Oh, wow. You should have said AS.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sloggy, y'all. I kicked from TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Damn. And then they just ban you for like a week. It's crazy. TikTok had a good question.
Appeal?
Yeah, I'm appealing that, but they're gonna ban me. Just bear with me real quick. We're gonna go live on the Instagram channel. So back to the topic. Can we break the law of Moses? So the church ignorantly coins, well, the Bible coins it the law of Moses because Moses was the mediator. From hence where we has the law. And Moses had the authority from the Most High God to add or change or adjust any law he wanted and see fit. Moses was one of our first kings. You know what I'm saying? He had that power and that ability to rule the nation. You know what I'm saying? So it's credited to him. But we know the majority of these laws and these statutes and these commandments we got from the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Even the ones that Moses put through, it was through the spirit of the Lord because the Lord put his spirit on Moses. You know what I'm saying? To be a lawmaker. You know what I'm saying? To be a judge in Israel. You know what I'm saying? So when Christians say, oh, the law of Moses, they always say it as something negative. The law of Moses is nothing negative. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go into it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think that the law, like this is what they say. They say the law of Moses is a burden, is the yoke. We're putting the yoke on our people's necks. The law of Moses said a man shall not lie down with a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. If black people just gave that up, we will be strong overnight. We will be strong overnight. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, like always, we got scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Can we break the laws of Moses? You know what I'm saying? You got, you give me Romans chapter 7. You can start at verse 6. In class yesterday was heavy too, because like I would say 100% of our problems is because we break the laws of Moses. Like literally, every problem we have, financially, emotionally, spiritually, religiously, domestically, every problem we have, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American have, every single one is because we break the law of Moses. You know what I'm saying? We break every law whenever we can. The only law we try to keep is what law do we try to keep? Faith? We don't even keep that because we believe in horoscopes. You know what I'm saying? We believe in the Virgo sign. You know what I'm saying? We believe in Cancer and Sagittarius. We don't have faith in God. We don't have faith in Christ. You know what I'm saying? We have faith in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I would say 100% of our problems is because we break the laws of Moses. You can read it. You can make me a little bigger. Make me a little bigger and make that smaller. They can still see.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 6. The war Akim and Aquafian have it.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 6. But now we are delivered from the law, that being dead, wherein we were held.
So now, just a little backdrop on Paul. Paul is at times hard to understand when you're dealing with Christianity. You know what I'm saying? You have to look at these letters and these scriptures from a logical standpoint and know this first, that Paul is not contradicting himself. Paul is not contradicting Christ because Christ sent Paul. Christ did not change because he said, I'm the same yesterday, today, and forever. So what happened is our understanding of the scriptures changed. So he says, wherefore, or Slakia, but now we are delivered from the law. So do you think that means that we can now be gay? We're delivered from having to sleep with women now. We're delivered from having to not steal. That's not what it's talking about. When you see the term law, it's not always talking about thou shalt not. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it's dealing with the penalties if you do. You know what I'm saying? So like, thou shalt not commit adultery. If thou do commit adultery, thou shalt be stoned, him and her. You know what I'm saying? So that's a part of the law as well too. The stoning the adulteress. That's working the law. Because you now have to do that. You have to keep the law. It says, that's why most of the problems that Yahushua had with the Pharisees and Sadducees were pertaining the law. And he was upset with them because they urged not knowing the scriptures. They thought that, just like many Israelites do, that you couldn't do anything on the Sabbath. And they were killing people for it. A brother in Sakari straight up said, them niggas in ISUBK be cooking on the Sabbath. If we was in Israel, we'd be chopping their head off. Because they don't understand the scriptures. They are not knowing the scriptures. This is why he said, have you not heard where David, you know what I'm saying, and the men that was with him ate the showbread? You know what I'm saying? That was unlawful to eat. Like you couldn't eat everybody couldn't eat this bread that was on the temple, on the altar. That was for the priests. You know what I'm saying? Like it was for show. Y'all had to see it. Only the priest could eat it. But David ate it. You know what I'm saying? And when the Most High God did a rundown on all David's sins, it said he was perfect, except for the matter concerning Uriah the Hittite. It didn't say that he broke the Sabbath. Then Yahushua goes on to say that that it's lawful to do good on the Sabbath. You think it's lawful to die? You think you're supposed to die? We got a saying in the ISUBK, you are not allowed to die. So you think you're going to starve somebody on the Sabbath? You think God wants you to starve on the Sabbath? He said you ain't supposed to be open, like microwave. And then these are the same people who, according to their understanding of the Sabbath, break the Sabbath. They break it. They go to camp. They go to the gas station, put gas in their car. They get food. Oh, they eat. They eating. They lying to you. They lying to you. They telling you they're not eating. They telling you they're not doing that. They're doing all of that. They just don't want you doing it. Because in their eyes, they're keeping the law. But you got to understand the law. You know what I'm saying? The law, they unalive somebody for bringing up sticks on the Sabbath. And anybody who reads that from now on feels like you can't even breathe on the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these groups follow us. So they see us going out on the streets on the Sabbath. So they're like, all right, well, okay, we're going to go out on the streets on the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? But we're not going to we ain't going to cook. They said them brothers had a barbecue on the Sabbath. Now, Captain Cesario said it wasn't, the barbecue was on a Sunday, but still though. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all want to believe that. Go ahead, believe that. You know what I'm saying? It's the issues that you're going to have. But we know the truth in here. We know what the law is saying. Go Go ahead.
Slakia, if I may add to what you're saying about the brother that said that, he the same brother that left his holy feast day to chill with Sodomite.
And a known Sodomite.
Yeah.
Like, you are a priest and a prophet of the Most High God. You can't tell a man is gay. Listen, one of my other brothers in the world, he like, yo, I used to say it all the time. He's like, yo, bro, but ain't really no proof. I said, he's gay, bro. Like, he's gay. Like, he's gay. They were like, nah, you can't say that, man. Ain't no proof. He's gay. You can tell. I can tell. You can't tell? You can't tell he ain't, nah, man, yo, but he got a girl, though. Good night. Good night. These are the same people. These are the same people who are going to tell you about the law. But when the scripture said we are delivered from the law, this law right here is not talking about thou shalt not. This is talking about what you're going to do, what you're going to do to the people who do that. And the reason why is because Israel was going through a time where, you know what I'm saying, the Most High God was really checking our temperature. You know what I'm saying? As far as our leader, we was dealing through a mass state of hypocrisy. You know what I'm saying? A mass state, like from the top to the bottom. Everybody hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? So at this time, he was also doing a mass cleansing, where now the people who you think are nothing, he's gonna wash them from their sins and build them up to now be the new leaders in Israel. While the men that's leading Israel are now being found hypocrites and having their power taken from them. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on in Israel right now. Not catch the adulterer and put her to death. You know what I'm saying? Even though it is a law, Yahushua didn't say that law was done away with. He just said, yo, you without sin, throw the first stone. Stop being hypocrites. Like, stop. Yeah, we cook on the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to teach you can't cook on the Sabbath and then go cook on the Sabbath. Come on. Why would we do that? Because you don't understand what kindling a fire means. Otherwise, turn your heat off in the winter then. Do you know that fire, that furnace? You know that's kindling a fire. Turn that off in the winter then. Listen, Yahushua said this, and this is the end of everything. I don't even know how anybody could say anything. He said the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. You don't serve the Sabbath day. You don't do that. That's what they're doing. That's what Jewish people do. You don't serve the Sabbath day. The Sabbath day was made for you. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, the Son of Man is also Lord of the Sabbath. There's nothing else to talk about. You rule the Sabbath. The Sabbath don't rule you. You don't put out a whole list of limitations that you can't do. Listen, in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, man, listen, we teach you truly how to honor the Sabbath. We have Sabbath service. You know what I'm saying? We have a Sabbath service. Outside of that service, the Sabbath day is yours. It's yours. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, us being under strict rulership by our oppressor, the Edomites, we look at it like them. That's how they look at the Sabbath. That's how Jewish people look at the Sabbath. But the church, you know what I'm saying? Like on Sunday, they go to church. Like if you want to understand the Sabbath, just understand Sunday. You know how Sunday, most businesses is closed. You know how Sunday ain't really nothing going on. People going to church and going home. I'm saying it's like that day where it's like a rest day. It's like a day where you just chill. You know that saying, take it easy like a Sunday morning. You know what I'm saying? That's the idea of the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? It's a day for you to rest. You go to service, you go to Sabbath service, you check in the Sabbath service, and then you do what you do. Because it's really a master's law, a law for the masters. That's why it says no servile work. You know what I'm saying? So like when we dealing with the law, you have to understand the aspects of the law. You have to be taught it correctly. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first decided to keep the Sabbath, I was under the impression I couldn't do anything. And it is a burden. It's a burden. You know what I'm saying? And you start to understand, like, one, yeah, you can do it. But then you're going to become so caught up in, you're going to be religious. Like, the Bible is not trying to make you religious. The Bible is trying to make you obey God. The world is trying to make you religious. Jewish people want you to be religious. You know what I'm saying? Fake Israelites want you to be religious. You know what I'm saying? We teach you how to be righteous and still be you. You know what I'm saying? You can still be a priest and a prophet and still be righteous. You don't have to be wicked, because that doctrine goes back to we're all sinners. Because if you can say, all right, bam, okay, all right, well, we can't do nothing on the Sabbath, so, but I know you do this on the Sabbath. One group say, yo, we're not supposed to speak our own words on the Sabbath. Every word we speak got to come out the Bible. It's just getting ridiculous, man. It's just getting ridiculous. You got to learn the scriptures truly and properly so you can function in the world. Just know this. The Most High God said this, and we're going to get to it. To keep the commandments, and that they are not grievous. They are not grievous. You know what grievous means? To make you sad or make you upset. These laws don't do that, man. These laws are good. We're going to read it. But when it says here that we're delivered from the law, it's not saying we don't have to do the law. That's what Christianity teaches, and that's why they're wrong. You don't look at the scriptures. Like when you go up to verse 1, it says, "Know ye not, brethren, I speak to them that know the law." The Christians don't know the law. So when they see Paul say this, they'll throw it away. They got a couple scriptures that they'll use where they think that he's saying you can do what you want to do. He nailed the law to the cross. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then just think about it like this. If we stop sinning, there wouldn't be no punishment. If we stopped breaking the law, we wouldn't have to be punished. Come on now. It's common sense. That's where the whole schoolmaster stuff come into play. Like at this point now, we're supposed to be becoming a new man and learning how to live life without sinning. They asked Captain Cesario, so you saying you don't sin? He said no. What law can't you keep? You don't have to wake up and break the law. You don't have to. You choose to because you wicked. You just want to. And whatever law you break, you want to justify it. You don't want to just say, you know what, I shouldn't have broke that law. You want to justify it. Well, but they said over here I could do it. How about we keep the law? Go ahead.
Start at the top again.
Mm-hmm.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 6. But now we are delivered from the law, that being dead, wherein we were held, that we should serve that we should serve
the Most High. Go ahead.
In newness of spirit.
In newness of spirit. Meaning the way we serve the Most High God now is not going to be like how we did it before. This right here is going to be new. We're going to do this the right way. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
And not in the oldness of the letter.
And not in the oldness of the letter. Because the letter say, if you commit adultery, you die. We all supposed to be dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we don't understand is Christ's sacrifice for us, it changed the game. Because not only did he pay for a lot of the sins that our nation did as a whole, now I don't have to die for being an adulterer in the past. Because you got to think, there was no statute of limitation. If they caught you 20 years later, if you committed adultery, you on the run. 20 years later, they catch you, your head, you know what I'm saying? Your head is getting stones thrown at you. Now, it's like, all right, I got that time to not keep committing adultery, but to change. You know what I'm saying? And to serve the Most High in newness of spirit. Then this newness of spirit is knowing that Yahushua died innocently for you. So now you don't ever commit adultery. Ever. You don't ever steal. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever do any of these things. Brother in the Real put up a post about the law of God and how the law of God is meant for us to not be punished. He wants us to do the law so everything will go good with us. It's only when we break the law that we're being punished. And I thought it was too wild. Like, he ain't in here with us or nothing, but I thought it was too wild because that's what we said. Keep God's laws. You know what I'm saying? Keep God's laws and you ain't got to be punished. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. These other nations, really following after these other nations is the reason why you break God's laws. Because they break God's laws. They don't care about no adultery. Adultery is not even a crime in America. Adultery is not even a crime in America. Think about that. Eating pork is not even a crime in America. But guess what you can't eat, though? You can't eat no dog, though. You can't eat no cat, though. That you're going to jail. You eat a cat, you're going to jail. You know what I'm saying? They love them cats. And that's why, I don't know, I can't vouch for Moab, but Esau kicked Moab ass out of here if he found out what he really doing to them cats. You know what I'm saying? Esau love them cats, man. You see a cat lady. Everybody know a cat lady. She always white. She always got hundreds of cats. They love them dogs, man. You can't leave a dog outside in the cold. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. But, boy, you can devour that pig from what they say, from the rooter to the tutor. There's no crime. Listen, you got to understand something. If you Black, Hispanic, and Native American, you don't belong here. This society is not made for your spirit. You have to change in order to be accepted here. This is why slavery played such a detrimental part in our downfall. Because throughout the hundreds and hundreds of years of us being emasculated and destroyed, now we are bred to be a man that accepts sin. It wasn't supposed to be this way. We're supposed to be serving the Most High God in newness of spirit. And when they say oldness of the and not in the oldness of the letter, meaning not in the way we used to do it, like the priest brought out. Not just, all right, I'm about to sin, and then I got like 50 lambs back there, and it's about to be, you know what? I'm gonna do this sin, and then I'm gonna pay for it. Forget it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pay for it. That's the oldness of the letter. That's how we used to do things. That's how we used to rock. So if you was rich, you can sin, boy. And if you was poor, if you sin and you was poor, that cost you everything. Go ahead.
It's like just to piggyback what you just brought out. That's what the rich do today.
Mm-hmm.
That's how Trump is the president right now.
That's what the rich do today.
You know what I'm saying? He violated women.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He was on that island molesting kids too.
Mm-hmm.
And he just got convicted for RICO charges.
Right.
And he's the president.
He's the president. And they saying that they can't even put him in jail.
Yep.
Now, the thing about it is they're making the same mistakes we made. Where you thought that your money and your status and your power can make you right. Mm-hmm. Nah, that's the oldness of the letter. This newness of spirit is you don't do it. Just don't do it. Because Christ died. I'm saying, and take his death serious. Take his death like, and this is how you know when the truth really actually hit, it's going to hit black people different because you know how we is about death. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't play about death. Mm-hmm. We'll keep somebody's memory on forever. You know what I'm saying? We got something in Syracuse called Face Day. But that's like 20 years? Mm-hmm. Probably more than that, huh?
Probably.
Every year, Face Day. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know how to memorialize the day. Let's memorialize Christ. And let's say, I'm not going to break the law. I'm going to keep the law so I won't have to pay. That I won't have to be under the law. You know what I'm saying? That's the context. When it says under the law, that's the context. Like say you will be under arrest. You're under the law because you broke it. If you ain't break it, then you ain't got no reason to worry. You ain't got no. That's why we'll fire up. You know what I'm saying? Barbecue chicken. You know what I'm saying? Lamb chops on the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. We ain't breaking the law. We ain't got nothing to worry about. But you, my friend, on the other hand, you like to sleep with men. You want to sleep with men and tell other men what they can and cannot do on the Sabbath. How about we just cancel all fake Israelites?
That's right.
How about we just cancel everybody who is not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God? You know what I'm saying? How about we do that? Because these same people will tell you, it's 613 laws, Rock. I don't know. We can't keep all of them. You know what I'm saying? I keep the commandments to the best of my ability. Like, come on now. Just keep the law. And here you be taught and trained how to keep the law properly and how to fight your wickedness. Because we are wicked. You can hold that for me real quick. You can pull up a new tab. And give me Jeremiah chapter 17. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just letting you know. That's why we'll never brag. We'll never brag that we're just righteous and dust and holier than thou. Hell no. We come from the slums. We come from the streets. We come from colleges. You know what I'm saying? We come from police departments. You know what I'm saying? We come from the world full of wickedness. You know what I'm saying? We just took that path to get right. And we wish and pray all our brothers do the same. You know what I'm saying? So we can, you know what I'm saying, we can get up out of here. In Jeremiah 17, and give me, I think, verse 5 or 6. Just scroll down. And then you can click it because it's going to bring you the same thing. Keep going. Verse 9.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked.
And what?
Desperately wicked.
No, God knows my heart.
And desperately wicked.
The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Go ahead.
Who can know it?
Who can know it? The Most High God knows it. He knows you're wicked. He knows we're wicked. He knows we needed the ISUBK, man. We needed this sanctuary where we can actually come in here and learn our language, learn our customs, learn how to read the Tanakh and the Torah in the Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to keep the Feast of Purim. You know what I'm saying? The Passover, the Pentecost. You know what I'm saying? The Feast of Tabernacles. You know what I'm saying? The Day of Atonement. Like, we needed this. You know what I'm saying? This don't need us. We need this. You know what I'm saying? Go back to Romans chapter 7. So when you think you're just going to break God's laws, you know what I'm saying, and God be with you, ooh-wee. You know what I'm saying? Look at the condition of your people. We have created a lifestyle of breaking God's laws. And nothing goes good for us. Like, even once we reach $1 billion, we are still tormented by the powers that be. Still belittled. Go ahead to the next verse.
Verse 7, against the book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 7. What shall we say then? Is the law sin?
Is the law sin? Because this is what they're going to have you believe. Oh, you trying to keep the law, now you're under the curse. Because the scriptures say, curseth everybody who does not continue in all things that are written. And this is why in here we say, just keep it all. Just do it all. And you find out that it's possible. I had a brother tell me, it's impossible. We cannot keep the law. No one can. Only Christ. I told the brother, I said, what if I could show you in the Bible other people that kept the law perfectly? He said, you can't, bro. This is why he came. That is not why Christ came. It was many of our forefathers in the past that kept the laws of God. Christ came to redeem us, you know what I'm saying, from the punishments of the law. One of them being, if we transgress, we are going to be scattered. The scriptures say, if you transgress, I believe it's Deuteronomy chapter 30, maybe 32, says, if you break my laws and transgress, I will scatter you across the four corners of the earth. Good night. And that happened. We're being redeemed from that. This is why in Genesis it says, or Slack, maybe Jeremiah, where it says, unto Christ, they don't say Christ, I think it said unto Shiloh, the gathering of the people shall be, because we were going to be scattered. So we needed to be gathered back together. Christ didn't come so he can show us that we are can't nobody keep the law but him. That's not. No, he said, you be perfect. If he was the only one who can keep the law, why would he tell us to be perfect? That sounds hypocritical, right? And really, in the churches, our Christian leaders, they think they teach Christ is a hypocrite. They teach Paul is a hypocrite. They teach all of these men in the Bible are hypocrites because they kept the law. You know what I'm saying? But you can't. Go ahead.
It's like, just to add what you're saying about how they teach that like you said, Christ is a hypocrite. They actually do teach that. Mm-hmm. That's why he didn't cast nobody cast the stone. Mm-hmm. They actually say, yeah, you see, Christ sinned. That's why he didn't cast the stone. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they teach.
Yeah, that's one of their breakdowns too.
Yeah.
Even when he said there was no good but one.
Yeah.
They're trying to say that even he wasn't good. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is all like we see a lot of the times that our people, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are ignorant to the enemy. Meaning this, we don't know what kind of man we're up against. We're up against the devil, the white man. You know what I'm saying? And the white man is so crafty. He don't even have to whip you no more. What he's going to do is create a religion where no one can keep God's laws. And push that religion to the four corners of the earth. And make you subscribe to that religion. And you teach your kids nobody can keep God's laws. It's impossible. You want to be gay? Go ahead. I support you still. You know what I'm saying? This is what is in our head. It's Christianity. Like my brother in the room, by the flesh, my true brother, he's like, yo, not my true brother. These my true brothers in here. My fleshly brother. He like, yo, I just don't understand like what's up with our people. And I'm like, it's Christianity. He like, yeah, but this don't really got nothing to do with the church. I'm like, you don't understand how much of an impact the doctrine of Christianity floods through the veins of every Black, Hispanic, and Native American man. It runs the household of every Black, Hispanic, and Native American man and women. It runs it. The doctrine that women is shouldn't be unequally yoked with men. That doctrine runs the Black, Hispanic, and Native American man and woman house. Now she's single. Now you got a elderly woman, 80, 90. She's the matriarch of a whole family and no man there. That's Christianity. You know what I'm saying? Because instead of her saying, yo, you are not to leave your husband at all. Now we are all fitting it. Go ahead.
Shalaki, if I may too, real quick, add to what you're saying. Not only is the effect, like you just brought up in our household of Christianity, but also on the flip side, those that, not saying whether KKK, Jim Crow, white supremacy, all that, they Christians.
Yes.
So now I'm saying we get attacked. The attack from the Christianity is like you just said. The results of all that is the single mother and our community.
That's a fact. And we think, the reason why we can't get a job is because we're not qualified or our oppressor might be racist. That's Christianity. Mm-hmm. Because it's two kinds of Christianities. And I always explain this so you can understand. You have to understand this like this. It's white Christianity and it's Black Christianity. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And let me say it for a better term so you can understand better. It's the slave master's religion and it's the slave's religion. You know what I'm saying? The slave master believed in Christianity, but he don't believe the Christianity that he taught you. He don't believe the slave master don't believe all men are equal. He don't. He enslaved you, and still to this day you're counted a 3/5 man. You have your hand up? Wow. The slave master don't believe that we should share everything and be nice and give to everybody. The slave master believed in taking everything. The slave master don't believe in telling the truth. The slave master lies. And he wants you to tell the truth because he's going to run up on you and say, did you kill her? Did you rape her? You know what I'm saying? Did you whistle at her? You know what I'm saying? It's so real. Like they coercing people to lie. To lie just to get their time and get it over with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that Christianity that they believe in is the reason why you're oppressed. And the Christianity that you believe in, the slave Christianity, oh, hold hands and kumbaya and we fall down. That Christianity is the reason why you're staying oppressed. You know what I'm saying? So like he can't understand. He don't understand why I'm bringing everything back to the religion that our forefathers and our foremothers followed, because it is the reason behind all of our problems. Every last one, drug abuse. Why do you think we're all drug addicts? Huh? Because only God can judge me. And that's what we come out of the church.
Mm-hmm.
Only God can judge me. Nobody. How you can't judge me? How you can't judge not. That's the only scripture they try to use. Judge not, lest you be judged. So that means I can get high then. You know what I'm saying? That means I could smoke crack then. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. If you can't judge me. You know what I'm saying? Like every problem we have, abortions, thou shalt not murder. They told us, well, it's not really a baby yet. Well, you can't financially support the kid. You the church. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to support the child. You bringing all this tithes money, you take care of the child. But no, they're pushing Planned Parenthood in the churches. All of our problems stem from the Christian church. And he laughed too because give me enough time and I'll make it make sense. Mm-hmm. And he'd say that, you make anything make sense, man. You're like, yeah, man, yeah, I guess, man. I guess. Because it is. It is. You gotta we're taught how to, like, this is why the streets is messed up. Because of Christianity. We're taught how to show fake love and not be sincere about it. Mm-hmm. Them women in the church are evil. They hate each other. They hate each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm a witness to it. They hate each other. But on Sunday, they gonna make it look good. They're gonna make it look good. They're gonna try to out Holy Ghost each other. How you try? And this is funny because then Don't Be a Menace. That is real. Mm-hmm. That really happened. You know what I'm saying? One sister catch the Holy Ghost. The other sister over there looking at her. Now she got the Holy Ghost. Now they both acting a fool, trying to get men attention. Because the pastor is looking like, all right, which one I'm going to put my hands on now? And he putting their hand, he dropping them. Putting sheets over them. Like, yo, where did they get that from? Like, that's not nowhere in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere in the scriptures. And the sister post yesterday was so powerful. You know what I'm saying? And it was so sincere. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why that she can't understand it is because she won't listen to me. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why she can't understand it. She still think the church is where it's at, but it's nothing but effeminate and gay men in there. You ain't gonna get a man in that church. Because he want men. He don't want you. You gonna be in there and it's gonna be a coochie contest. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going in there to find no man. That's a fact. Them days are over with. Used to sisters can find a man at the church. Remember that Tyler Perry movie? Mm-hmm. Man came to the church. You know what I'm saying? The church looked out for him. Lined her up at the crib. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, not no more. You're going to get with a man and he's more feminine than you. You know what I'm saying? And it's not hard to see. It's not hard. All we have to do is keep the law. And the reason why this dwells in our community is because just like what the scriptures say, we are taught by the church that the law is sin. That the law is wrong. Don't keep it. You don't gotta keep that. Good night. Go ahead.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 7. What shall we say then? Is the law sin? God forbid. Nay, I had not known sin, but by the law.
And this is crucial to understand if you're trying to understand the law. You won't know what sin is if it wasn't for the law. You wouldn't know what adultery is unless the law said thou shalt not commit adultery. Oh, damn, I'm basically ready. but nah, for real. You wouldn't know what was wrong, what was sin if the law didn't say thou shalt not steal. You wouldn't know that that's wrong for stealing. And a lot of times we're looking at the Bible from a lens of, oh, this is mythological. And think about it today. You would not know that killing somebody is wrong unless you see that the law says that first degree, second degree, third degree murder is life. Go ahead.
It's like what you're saying. I should have a little clip of got the brother name. He played in the with Martin Lawrence and Big Mama tour, one of them like that. Well, one of them we had the son.
Yeah, the dude who played in one of those Perseus movies.
I think so.
Yeah, he played in the lottery ticket with Bow Wow too.
Yep. So he he was so just driven to get into the industry that he just accepted the role. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't and then he said it messed him up. It messed his head up to where, like, you know what I'm saying, he kept partying. Hollywood messed him up. And he didn't really look into it until Cat Williams basically said, yo, how wrong it was.
Yeah.
But everybody around him like, yeah, do it. Right. We're doing it. Mm-hmm. He didn't look at it like, yo, the scripture says in Deuteronomy 22:5, I believe, that we shall not put on apparel of women.
Right.
His thing is like, yo, everybody doing it.
Everybody's doing
My mentor doing it. Martin Lawrence. Martin Lawrence doing it. Yeah. He giving me my shot. Mm-hmm. And he like, yo, he didn't look at it as wrong. So Cat Williams said, yo, these niggas is wrong.
Right. And I seen Geno Jennings, and this dude Geno Jennings, man, he's a mysterious cat, man. Because, like, yo, he be blazing on the Christian church, man. Yeah. He blazes on the Christian church, man. Yeah. But then at the same time, he is the Christian church. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he was blazing on Tyler Perry. Like, yo, no. Man, you got rich of trying to be a girl. You know what I'm saying? Wearing a woman's apparel. And the comments was ridiculous. They said, yo, that's not wrong. It's not wrong. He's just acting. It's not real for real life. He's just doing what he loves to get paid. One brother said, yo, he's acting. It's not a drag queen. He's not a drag queen. When a drag queen, if y'all not familiar, a drag queen is when a man put on a woman's dress and act like a woman, put on makeup and all that. Tyler Perry is a drag queen. Mm-hmm. But seeing that they think it's acting, he's just playing. He is still a drag queen. That is against the law. That's right. And Geno Jennings is blazing on him, boy. I ain't gonna lie. He was blazing on him. You know what I'm saying? Because that is, and this is what I be looking for from Christians, right? Because I understand you ain't gonna believe what I believe. I understand you hate God. You don't want the truth. You know what I'm saying? Some people are sincere, some people are not. It's not my job to see how they really care about the Most High God. My job is this. Let's find a meeting plan. If you Black, Hispanic, and Native American, let's meet somewhere real quick. You agree homosexuality is wrong? Okay, come. Right. Bet. Well, we agree homosexuality is wrong. So why is the organization you with promoting it? Let's talk about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problems talking about the Hebrew Israelites. We don't got no problems talking about Hebrew Israelites. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We've been blazing on Sakari for the whole month. The whole month. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have no problem because now, like, if something is wrong, it's wrong. If we disagree, we can battle it out. What you want to do? Stand on your position. But what we're not going to do is act like these things don't affect our community and try to hide it as if the law is sin. Like, as if us saying, yo, a man should not sleep with man, which is the law, is wrong. Instead of saying, you know what, a man sleeping with a man is wrong and the law is right. Because that's what it's going to go into. Go ahead. For I had not known.
For I had not known lust, except the law had said, thou shalt not covet.
Now we know what law he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about the law that Moses brought to the children of Israel that said, thou shalt not covet. Go ahead.
Verse 8. But sin, taking occasion by the commandment, wrought in me all manner of concupiscence.
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 You know what I'm saying?
That was
But sin, taking occasion by the commandment, meaning you doing something wrong, then you find out that it's wrong by the commandments, and then it wrought in you all manner of concupiscence. You know what I'm saying? It makes you feel bad. Like, damn, I'm getting high as hell. But the law said don't destroy your temple. You know what I'm saying? The law says an evil man put dig it up from the earth and put a fire to his lips. You know what I'm saying? Damn, okay. Damn, all right. And it convicts you. This is why they don't want to dig into the scriptures. Because enough of digging in here, you're going to do one or two things. You're going to try to find a scripture that justifies your sin or your wickedness, or two, you're going to close the book. You're going to close the book, and you're going to just motivationally speak, which our people love. Our people love motivationally speaking. That's it. That's half of preaching. Half of preaching is motivationally speaking. The other half is being a business owner. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That has nothing to do with God. Because we see here, he's saying, yo, but sin taking occasion by the commandment wrought in me all manner of concupiscence. Go ahead.
For without the law, sin was dead.
For without the law, sin was dead. You know what I'm saying? Sin was dead, meaning we wouldn't even sin. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't even sin. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes when you read in Paul, and this is why we all in the UPK, we always go into it. You have to understand what you know. Like he just said, is the law sin? God forbid. So we know now the law ain't sin. So what is he talking about when he said, for without the law, sin was dead? It can only mean one thing. You know what I'm saying? It can't mean that, okay, all right, so now that I don't got to keep the law, sin is dead, which is dumb. It don't make no sense. Because once you break the law, that's sin. And it's alive again. Go ahead.
Verse 9. For I was alive without the law once.
Go ahead.
But when the commandment came, sin revived, and I died.
Meaning this. I was out the law once, and I was alive. We all was in the world living, and we was Tawab. Tawab mean good in the Hebrew. We in the world, we chilling, ain't nothing wrong. Then the commandment came. You know what I'm saying? Then the truth came. And then sin revived. Now, meaning sin came, you became aware. You know what I'm saying? You became aware, and now you die. Meaning your carnal man has to die now. Now that you know that it's wrong and it's a sin, you have to die, not literally, spiritually. And then the new man that you live in, now he doesn't sin because you are dead to sin. This is what it means. You know what I'm saying? It's not too complicated. You have to, one, know that you have to keep God's laws. Two, you have to know that Paul is not saying to break God's laws. And then it'll be easy to understand after that. You know what I'm saying? And coming in the ISUPK, we're literally living this. So it's definitely easier to understand once you start coming to classes and you start keeping the law and you start warring with yourself. Because the number one battle is with yourself. You know what I'm saying? With your own body, where you used to sin with. And now you die. You die. The man that like to sit in the house and get high all week, he's dead. He has to die in order for the new man to live. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And the commandment, which was ordained to life, I found to be unto death.
In the commandments, the law, which was ordained to life, meaning that all that keep it shall live, I found it to be death. Because I had to die in order to keep this. I couldn't be the same man. This is why, and he's teaching exactly what Christ taught. Can't no man put new wine in an old bottle. Meaning this, you can't be yourself and then get this truth. You can't, because the truth is going to conflict with who you are. The truth is going to go against everything you are made of, everything you were taught, all the holidays you celebrated, all the birthdays, every single thing you thought was right your whole life. The truth is going against that. So something has to happen. You have to die. This is why he says, I found it to be death. What?
Verse 11. For sin, taking occasion by the commandment, deceived me, and by it slew me.
What?
Verse 12. Wherefore the law is holy.
What the law is?
Is holy.
What the law is?
Is holy.
Go ahead.
And the commandment holy.
Go ahead.
And just. And good.
So after all this dying, and you have to, like, if you don't understand Benjamites, if you don't understand Israelites in general, you will never understand what the hell Paul is talking about. Because it's so poetic and it's so slangy the way he's saying it. Like, yo, you're like, yo, for sin, taken by commandment, deceived me. And by it, slew me. Yo, he ill. He ill, meaning it killed him. It killed him to have to keep the commandments. You know what I'm saying? Because sin deceived him. Sin deceived him. It deceived him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, okay, all right, it's right. I don't agree with it, but it's his body. It's her body, her choice. That deceived our people. All of our people in the world right now is going to have to do this. Every last one of them. They have to realize that they have been deceived by sin. You know what I'm saying? And then they're going to have to realize that the commandments are good. It's good to obey God. It's good. And then that's the beginning of wisdom. Now you start to learn. I was talking to a sister. Because she was saying, it's like her. She was saying, like, yeah, I know I'm trying to get right, man. I'm just reading and reading. And I'm like, how about this? There's nothing wrong with reading. How about this? How about you obey? You know what I'm saying? How about you obey? Because nowhere in the scriptures it says, oh, read. If you read, I'll bless you. If you read. No. Obey. You know what I'm saying? Blessed is he that do his commandments. You know what I'm saying? Obey first. Then keep reading. We'll always read. Read and obey. While you're obeying, because I didn't know any of this at first. As I started obeying and reading, the understanding started getting more clearer and clearer and clearer. And then the gap between me and people in the world became further and further. I'll be looking at people in the world like, yo, am I saying something wrong? I was going back and forth with my sister or my ribs cousin about my son playing with pink toys. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling him like, yo, nah, we don't play with pink girl toys. That's gay. That's, you know what I'm saying? We play with boy toys. You know what I'm saying? She like, yo, why would you say that? You teaching him evil stuff already. She's like, yo, you can't teach him that's for girls. Boys can wear pink too. Boys can play with girl toys too. You ain't never played with girl toys growing up? I'm like, I tried to. And I always was told, yo, no, boys don't play with that. You know what I'm saying? And it got heated. And I'm trying to explain to her, I'm like, yo, am I speaking another language? Is not pink for girls? No, prove it. She said, yo, prove it. I said, well, when a baby is born in a hospital, the girl wears pink and the boy wears blue. She's like, no, not all the time. I'm like, okay. She's like, how about this? So if a girl wears blue, she said, this is what she hit me with. If a girl wears blue, is she wearing a boy color? I said, yo, am I speaking Spanish or something? Can you not understand that I don't want my son to be effeminate? You can't understand that? She's like, yeah, but just because he's playing with girls' toys ain't gonna make sure he grow up. I said, listen, how about this? This is my house. And I don't have to explain nothing to you. He's not doing it. Simple as that. You have your son go play with girls and be sissy and sassy and all of that. Go ahead.
Shalakia, piggyback. And this is why we had Cap had that class yesterday about dude and going to prom like he is.
Right.
Because the mom said, yo, we go ahead and play with it.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cute. You laugh about it.
Mm-hmm.
The mom always want to accept it. When the men be like, yo, my son, like, we have visions of like, yo, football or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even like in the series, it's Empire.
Yeah, I was just thinking about
Lucius didn't like it.
Yeah.
But she like, you know what I'm saying? Be free.
Right. He stuck the nigga in the trash can. Fine. She gets him out. Don't treat my baby like that.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's like you are, and only because, like, and it's not even like just really, I'm just coming from it from the point of God says a man shall not lie down with a man. So my job is to teach that. One, anybody who can't see that that's wrong, like, how can you not see that that's wrong? How? I say, yo, we shouldn't be voting. Why are we voting for white people to rule over us? Oh, well, it's not always white people. Atlanta got a black mayor. Like, am I speaking Spanish? Why are we voting for another nation of people to rule over us when we have absolutely no control over our own community? None. We don't control what we listen to. We don't control what we wear. We don't everything. Like Captain Cesario brought it out one time about all the fashion design. Every last fashion designer out of all the top name brands in the world are homosexuals, and every last one of them decides what we wear. Every last one of them decides what's cool by giving it to the rappers, of course. You know what I'm saying? By the rappers influencing the ghetto, and the ghetto taking that information and doing something crazy with it. And then now it gets back up to the top. It's like a game they play, but at the end of the day, they're at the top making the decision. Balenciaga. Who decided we was going to wear Balenciaga? Who decided we was going to wear Gucci and Louis? We didn't. They did. They put it in front of us. This is luxury. Who decided that we was going to listen to Lil' Kim, Biggie? They did. They put them on the radio. You know what I'm saying? They did that. Who decided we was going to follow after Martin Luther King's dream? They did. I put I shared a video of a old Black Panther member. He like this, yo, Black Power isn't how we could speak or talk. Black Power is when we have control over. No, he said Black Power isn't how we could fight white people. That's not Black Power. Black Power is when we control the community. Black Power is when we control what we learn. Black Power is we feed our own people. That's Black Power. And we have none. Because the moment we start teaching this, here comes the naysayers. Go ahead. Well, matter of fact, you could go ahead.
If I may just add real quick too, even those that people look at as, you know what I'm saying, oh, this may be a black nonprofit organization, whatever it is, like the Black Lives Matter or even anything, it's the white people behind that movement as well. So it never really fully be a thing for us.
When I found out that white people funded the NAACP, good night. The National Association of American Colored People. Yeah. And white people fund it. And we know whoever pays, they're the ones who plays. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They're the one who makes the decisions, who makes the rules. This will make us special. We are fully funded by our own selves.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Our tithes go to our own people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And we're always accessible. Ain't no closing the church doors. You seen the clip where the pastor asked for $40,000, close the door. He closed the door and say, "Yo, listen, it's 20." I think he said he had 1,000 members in here. He said, "I need $20 from each one of y'all." Mm-hmm. And then he had 1,000 people online. He said, "I need $20 from each one of y'all too." Sow the seed. You know that's what they do. They do that thing too. And then the people in the pulpit do it first. It's such a money grab. Like, and he scammed them out of 40,000 1 week.
They did it?
Yeah, they did it. They passed the buckets. Send them buckets around. Send those. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we gonna do. He said, I'm gonna do it too. Pulled out a little couple dollars, put his 20 in it. Bob. He had the bishops and the deacons behind him. Take their 20. Bob. You know the crowd. Once we in that environment, we're gonna spend. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no problem with spending. You know what I'm saying? Once we in that environment. But it's like this dude, and these dudes, they don't have nothing to say when George Floyd got killed. He had no money towards his family. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to say when Philando Castillo. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to say with Eric Gardner. Nothing to say with Sonia Massey. Nothing. Robert Brooks. You don't hear nothing. I was surprised when the church gave the little girls in the town, what they gave them? They gave them some gifts. Little girl got falsely arrested or falsely put handcuffs on in the town. A church reached out to them and gave them something. I was surprised because they don't do stuff like that. The church should be a nonstop support for black people all day long, every day long. How much money they have? Good night. We are poor and we feed our people. We clothe our people. We teach our people. Like the least that they can be doing is teaching us the scriptures. And this is what I told the sister about her post. That was amazing. I told her this, and they failed to teach us the truth about how God really feels about our lifestyles. Like God hates the way we live. And they'll never tell you that. He hates the way we go to them churches and give them all our money and come home to break every law that he commanded us not to. Give me Romans chapter 3 real quick.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 31. Again, it's the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 31. Do we then make void the law through faith?
So now Paul is saying, these is foundations you have to understand and never let a Christian escape these, because they're going to bring you to scriptures where they think it's saying, they think Paul is saying, and it might sound like it. I'm going to keep it real. I ain't going to sugarcoat it. It might sound like Paul is saying that you don't have to keep the law. And they're going to hold you there, and they're not going to want to go nowhere else. You never forget that Paul is not a schizophrenic. Paul knows exactly what the hell he's talking about. They just don't understand it. So your job is to break it down for them. You got Israelites who can't break this down. And guess what they say? Well, Paul went off. They say that. They say, yo, Paul's off, man. Paul not the word of God. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, nah, we ain't listening to Paul. Paul is not the commandments. No. You know what I'm saying? Your job as a priest is to break this down. So knowing this, do we then make void the law through faith? What the world and what Christianity has done, they made void the law through faith. They said, I don't have to keep the law. All I have to do is believe. That's what they said. All they have to do is believe. It's not by works. No man is justified by the works of the law. They use all the scriptures that they think is supporting their stance. But just know this. This is for you to know. Because once you know this, now you can break this down to them. Do we then make void the law through faith? And I can't wait to get one up here. Oh, I'm going to just should we break the law? And a lot of them, they're getting crafty too. They've been around Esau long. They've been crafty too. They're saying, well, we can't technically break the law, but I'm like, I forgot what the bro told me. He said, no, I'm not saying we should break the law, but I'm saying, what the hell he said to me? He said some crazy shit. I'm like, yo, what? Because he was basically saying like, yo, his scripture that he put up was, yo, all you need is faith. All you need is faith. You don't need nothing else. You don't need no works. You know what I'm saying? No works. Only thing you need is faith. So I'm like, hold on. So you're saying we can break the law? No. I'm not saying we can break the law. I'm saying, so then what we got to do then? We could just believe and then, you know what I'm saying? Like I explain it. They don't want to explain. They ain't going to explain, but you explain it. Tell them this. We don't make void the law. We don't break the law. We don't say the law is done away with. That is the most anti-Christ thing that anybody can ever say. And a lot of the apologists is trying to do damage control on that. Like that is you can't say the law is done away with. That's making void the law. Do we make void the law through faith? Go ahead.
God forbid.
God forbid, meaning hell no. Hell no. Go ahead.
Yeah. We establish the law.
No, we break the law.
We establish the law.
No, Christ died and now the law is nailed to the cross.
We establish the law.
We are the ones who establish the law. We don't make void the law through faith. Now, when you want to get to topics like, are we saved because we keep the law? No. No. You're not saved because you keep the law. You know what I'm saying? But the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So you not only got to keep the law, you have to have faith in Christ. You know what I'm saying? You have to have faith in the priests and the prophets that he sent on this earth. You have to come do the work. You got to make your election sure. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to guess and say, I don't know if I'm the elect. I don't know. No, you have to make sure you're a part of the elect. Strap them boots up, tie them up. We got Ken. You know what I'm saying? But no, we don't break the laws of Moses. We don't. You know what I'm saying? We keep the laws of Moses. And the law is, matter of fact, give me one more precept. Psalms chapter 17. Let me see if I get it. Psalms chapter 17. And yes, the books is open, man. We ain't your Christian church, man. Oh, Slakia. I'm looking for converting the soul. You know what I'm talking about? For the law is good.
You know, I know you're talking.
Converting the soul. I believe it's Psalm 17. Slakia, bear with me 2 seconds.
19.
Oh, Psalm 19. Slakia, go ahead. 19 and 7. Slakia.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 7. Again, it's the book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect.
Is what?
Is perfect.
No, it's a curse.
Is perfect.
The law of the Lord is perfect. Go ahead.
Converting the soul.
Doing what?
Converting the soul.
The word convert means to change. The laws of God are going to change you. It's going to change you. This is what and that whole concept of a new man, a new spirit, that's, you can see that this is in Psalm. This is David. It said the law converts the soul. It makes you different. Go ahead.
The testimony of the Lord is sure.
The testimony of the Lord is sure. You speaking of Yahweh Shai, those things are sure for certain. That comes from the Most High God. Go ahead.
Making wise the simple.
Making wise the simple. Man, we was a whole bunch of simple niggas in the room. You know what I'm saying? Now they see us and they say, yo, whether they agree or not, they say, yo, you know mad stuff now. You know the Bible, man. You like, how you know this Bible like that? Because it seemed like we wise. You know what I'm saying? Because we was just simple. You know what I'm saying? You can drop that. Yep. So no, we don't break the law. The law is perfect. You know what I'm saying? The punishments of the law is what needed to change. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't making us righteous. You know what I'm saying? Us being punished for breaking the law wasn't making us righteous. What would actually make us righteous is Christ's sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Us following in his footsteps. And now dying as well. This is the whole, like this is Paul's whole thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Christ physically was put to death and rose again. We have to spiritually be put to death and rise again in the new man in Christ. Perfect. You know what I'm saying? Perfect. So with that, I pass the class over to Priest and Officer Sabiago, man.
Right. We are the ISUPK for the security announcements. We are the ISUPK Star 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under the leadership of Commander Joe Yohana. Rule for New Balance Sister. When the New Balance Sister coming to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They have to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves off the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother and sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother and sister. There is another 6 months where a brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Time which the commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord give you. Give the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Fee will offer for priests not mandatory, whatsoever might will like. Upcoming holy convocations. I know what it is, man. You say it every week, you say it every day. It'll be there. You know what I'm saying? It's like tomorrow, we're going to be in Passover, we're going to be at ATL. You know what I'm saying? From the week of April 8th all through. You know what I'm saying? The Slaughter of the Lamb on the 9th. General Muhammad scripture breakdown class on the 10th, as well as Hebrew Academy trials as well, I believe on the 11th. And the graduation, the Hebrew Academy graduation will be on the 11th.
The graduation on the 11th.
So the trials on the 10th. Trials on the 10th, graduations on the 11th, and also the all black parties on the 11th. You know what I'm saying? Passover is on the 12th. You understand? Then a feast of unleavened bread, man. We're gonna be out there glorious for the Most High God. And all our family, safe travels for them. The Lord be with our family as we get on, you know what I'm saying, planes, trains, you know what I'm saying, buses, vans, everybody now all traveling for, you know what I'm saying, the Most High. May the Lord be with all of us as we get there. Also, Holy Convocation as well, you know what I'm saying, the Sabbath service as well. You know what I'm saying, like the priest brought out, Sabbath was made for men, not made for Sabbath. So, you know what I'm saying, we get together on that. We have a service for it. But, you know what I'm saying, if you don't got no slave, do what, you know what I'm saying, like what you couldn't do all week because you had a slave all week. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's hey, do some, if you're a sister like do yard work, do your thing. You want to sew, do your thing. Your belly want to go work out, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Remember, the Most High God gave us this day for us because all week we slave and we've been slaving. And some people can't even get that day off. So, you know what I'm saying? If you could do what the Most High God gave us that day to do. Check the back bulletin board for more information. We'll be a troop in school, start wearing all black. Blue shirt, clean tap on the scarf. With that, encourage salute to the Akim, to the brothers been Israel. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Barak Atah. That's Matashan, turn to the Akwafin. Min Israel. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yahweh Shema Atah Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's Matah. Class dismissed.